Hello. So today I took two trades. This is the hourly chart. I had a bullish bias. I thought we were going to start to get a little curve up. Sorry. I was looking for us to get bought back up to at least this high here. That was my morning bias. And so last night we ended up coming all the way down here, sweeping out this liquidity here. MES or ES took out this low here, which was super bullish to me because we took this out. It formed here in SMT. Sorry. And this also aligned with this daily fair value gap that I was watching for ES to fill and get a reaction out of. So it just looked super bullish to me going in the morning. Unfortunately, we pumped overnight, so this was my main draw up here. We'd been generating this buy side all last week into this week, not taking out these highs. Took out this one, pretty much equal highs. I wanted all of these to get taken today, especially after this SMT in the daily fair value gap. So going into the morning, let's check the 5-minute. I'm going to draw a horizontal line at market open. Or vertical, sorry. It's hard. Okay, so we pumped at open. Still didn't take this high. So that's really what I wanted to see. I wanted that high to get taken. And so right off the bat, I noticed this big fair value gap here. I took one loss and one win today, by the way. Nothing crazy. So I see this fair value gap. I see internal liquidity getting taken here. And while this is going on, hold on, let me mark out the market open. Okay, so what I'm looking at here is once we have this fair value gap and this comes down at 750 here, we're making new lows, right? So after we see this and the bigger time frame SMT, and if we look here, this never got swept, these lows here. So this, at the time, I was thinking that this would be soup. This looked super, super clean, especially when we got the reaction off that level after taking the low on ES into this 1 minute fair value gap while sweeping internal liquidity, stopping out all those traders. We get this boom, big candle up. I'm looking to take along right here. Target this high. I wanted to scale some at consequent encroachment of this wick. We'll just eyeball it. But I was really just looking for this high. And so I entered right about here in this 1 minute fair value gap. My stop was about here. And I was just looking for this scalp to the upside. I thought this would be super clean. Unfortunately, it manipulated the lows. If I go and see my executions. Right, so as soon as I saw this big candle and this come down, I bought my first contract. I really loaded up here though, in this 1 minute fair value gap. Looked good. Could I have scaled here? That's questionable. I don't know. I mean, I don't think it would have followed my rules very well. I was looking for this high. I thought it would be a clean move up. It is what it is. Now here, this trade here, once we get this boom, this stop raids these pretty relative equal lows here, while still holding, well, let me clear up the chart a bit. While continuing to hold this SMT here. Now, once we get bought up from this point, I'm thinking we're going straight to this high. This fast move kind of made me a little bit weary, but when I see this big fast move reaction, it makes me realize that this was just a stop raid. We still held this imbalance here. And boom, we instantly get bought up, never close outside of that. And you can see I loaded up right here in this fair value gap. The action wasn't as clean as I wanted it to, so I recognized market conditions and took my whole position off. I mean, pretty much all. Yeah, so I took one off about here, one off here, right at the high, which was lucky because I wanted to scale my first position off. I scaled it off a little early, but I wanted to scale my first position off at this high. I thought that this might sweep this and go lower, which is why when we started to slow down after taking this high, I took one off. So I entered. Let's see where my work. Okay, so they were all in this fair value gap, right about here. Stop was pretty tight on this, and I was looking for these highs again. This limit got hit. Oh, I think I took it off early, but yeah, when I saw the reaction off of this high and it start to slow down, I knew if we took this high, we'd get a reaction off of it, which is why I pretty much took it all off there. We also reached into consequent encroachment of this wick, because one of them hit the limit, so I'm guessing I just had it a little bit lower. Wasn't too exact. I usually eyeball the consequent encroachment of wicks. This is pretty shit though. So once we took this high and I took my first position off, my stop was instantly moved to break even. I recognized market conditions and did not want to be a part of that. So all of it off here. Glad I didn't catch this. I honestly might have taken a long if I saw us come back into this 1 minute fair value gap here. We never did. We ran up to those highs. Pretty good. Up on the day a little bit. Nothing crazy. Not looking to take another trade today. I recognize that market conditions are pretty choppy today, and I don't want to give any of my profits back. So yeah, looking into the future, this still looks, I mean, here's the daily. Let me remove these executions. We just took this high. I couldn't wait for us to take this high, especially after we were teasing this buy side for so long. My next draw is here for sure. I'm pretty confident in this. We come down on ES. We hit the daily fair value gap, reject off of it. Reject off of it, form SMT. I mean, zoom in, 4 hour. I'd like to see a little retracement for tomorrow to target this high, or sometime throughout the week, but I think we're going to trend up the next few days. Looking at the 4 hour, we have a bunch of imbalances here. Yeah, my bias for today was correct, which I'm glad about that. I made a little bit. We might see a reaction after taking this high, uh, all these highs. So I would look for something to come down, maybe tap into an imbalance, and maybe form an SMT here. Uh, yeah, so we'll see how ES will react here. I'm guessing, actually it looks like, yeah, so if we run through this, I'm guessing we're going to come and take out some of these lows and form SMT to push higher next couple days. We could reject here. This is an SMT here. But we'll see. Not looking to take another trade for the rest of the day, so yep, that's that.